Hey everybody, on the road with Big Al. I haven't done a video for a while, but I thought I'd try to get back into it and start making videos again on a regular basis. Had an idea for a video. This is something that happened to me a while back ago, maybe 6-7 months ago, and it kind of gave me an idea for a video. It's kind of a funny situation. Anyway, it was a blind shipment. Today, boys and girls, is blind shipment. What exactly is a blind shipment? I'm not 100% sure, but basically, or sure why they do it, but basically, it's the shipper doesn't know who the receiver is, or they try to keep it so the receiver doesn't know who the shipper is. I just got done booking a load. It's a double blind shipment, so nobody knows who. My guess is there's a middleman who's a salesman, and he doesn't want the shipper to know who the customer is, or vice versa, so they don't get in on his they don't undercut him and get him out of the loop. And I'm drawn into this big huge lie for some reason. Anyway, it was a load from Oklahoma to Orchard, Nebraska. Now Orchard is a pretty small town, and I doubt they get a lot of trucks in and out of that area. So I'd driven about 30 miles. I delivered on a Monday. Sunday night I'd driven about 30 miles from Orchard and stayed the night at a truck stop. Next morning, got on the road, headed towards Orchard. Came to end of the highway and had to make a left turn. About 12 miles into Orchard, there were two highway patrolmen sitting there just chit-chatting. As I made the left turn, one of them pulled out, got behind me, turned on his lights, pulled me over, told me he wanted to do, he just did the inspection where he walks around the truck and kind of looks at stuff and checks the lights. He wanted to bill a lading. He asked me where I was going. I told him Orchard, Nebraska. Anyway, he did his walk around, went back to his vehicle, and then a little bit later he came back and said that, hey, I said that I was going to Orchard, Nebraska, and the paperwork says I'm going to Grand Rapids, Michigan. And then I started trying to explain that it was a blind shipment, and of course, like earlier I said, I don't know exactly what it is, and I'm trying to explain it, and I'm like, if this guy doesn't know what a blind shipment is, he probably thinks I'm lying to him. And then kind of to make things worse, I looked like ahead, and where I'd pulled over, there was a sign that basically said Orchard, Nebraska, 12 miles. So it's like, I feel like almost like he pulled me over, and I just decided to tell him I'm heading to the closest town that we're from, and I seen the sign that said Orchard, and I'm like, Orchard, Nebraska, I'm going to Orchard, Nebraska. And in my head, I'm picturing this highway patrol obviously thinks I'm lying, and in my head, I'm picturing that he's giving me a prostate exam while two other highway patrolmen with drug dogs are taking apart my truck one piece at a time. Anyway, luckily, he didn't seem to care. He went back to the, well, I didn't know if he cared or not, but he went back to his car, or his vehicle, for a little bit, came back and told me I passed the inspection, gave me some paperwork, and that was it. But it was kind of felt like a little bit of an awkward situation. I told him I had an email with a piece of paper with instructions where the delivery was, and I told him, I got another email that says where it's going. I could pull that up for you. And he goes, no, that's okay. But I definitely felt like kind of an awkward situation. I felt like I had gotten caught or I wasn't lying, but I felt like he thought I was lying, and I was getting caught into a lie. And then, like, that's one of the things when a cop pulls you over, they ask you where you're going to see if you're being see if you're being truthful, and if you get caught in a lie, and then they're going to start looking into other things. So if you're on a blind shipment, don't get pulled over by the DOT. That's my advice of the day. Thank you for watching. I'm on the road with Big Al. I'll see you on down the road.